SmokePatch, Dido, it is great that you posted the details on gameplay. Keep doing it, man. Welcome back, guys, and we have FL23 gameplay. A new gameplay 3.0 version 3 is available on beta version, and we have a posting by Dido explaining a lot of details about the gameplay. This is fantastic, and I know you're saying, Dido, you're saying that you wouldn't have to make this post. You wish that because you like people to try the game, but really thank you for all these details. Actually, I think it allows us to evaluate it. It allows us to look more at your work, and thank you. So you're indicating here that the gameplay and scripts are more than 90% different than best in all aspects. See, this is great to know because we have something to look for, and we wonder about what are the differences between your football game, your football life, and PES. So here it is, a good example. So we're talking about a player who's running off balance will not be able to make a good pass or shot. That's the same as PES, but the effect in football life is much bigger. I mean, all these details, isn't this great to know? Isn't it great to, look at your perspective so we have a better angle when looking at the game and try to look for those things? So I know you're trying to do always a number of tweaks and things to improve the gameplay. This is what brings us to this game that will be different than PES. Talking about best defense for free kicks, as always, just jumping at the right time. That's not different. But the variety and the spontaneity, if I can say it here, spontaneously of the game makes it better because you never know when things are going to happen the same way, not always the same way. Now in FL23 it says here that goalkeepers will look overpowered sometimes will suck, and independently whether they are great goalkeepers or lower rated goalkeepers. Obviously I will expect the better ranked goalkeepers will do much better. So let's keep reading here through the details. That you have activated more layers of AI actions and animations that never been active in previous games. And you notice a little bit of that, guys, when you start playing the game, and that is fantastic. So something about refereeing that we always complain about because, we think that we get so many bad calls, but I know that is frustrating. And he says here, one thing that is really cool is that says when the action is closer to the, when the referee is closer, the calls would be better. But when it's farther, it might be unnoticed or, not even called or called wrong. And difficulty, the most realistic gameplay is sim real life football will be superstar difficulty. And actually I have played a little bit of that, and indeed is very playable. It's not as bad. They say that compared to PES 21, this game will be more difficult, but I think I don't know. With a new type of gameplay, it looks like it's very doable. I'm not a super player in this game, but I'm finding pretty doable. In FL3, if you have an unbeatable streak, or even you're tying, sometimes it's better to tie. As long as you do not get beaten and you get a streak, you start playing better. And you notice that in Master League, on any of the PES games or even Football Live. What about match tempo? The tempo can vary drastically between matches. And this is pretty cool because they're talking about to start the game and check out the formation that they're showing you to see if they're really coming to pressure or not coming to pressure. That can, these are great tips when you're playing the game. So I'm starting to do that now, that study more my opponent before you get, rolling down the field. Scripting, because we always complain about, I know everything is scripted. Obviously is a software. But what we're referring to originally is that you score one goal on Barca and all of a sudden they come back and score two. You just cannot beat them. Okay, in terms of gameplay evolution, The gameplay is being developed since SmokePatch version 3 more than a year ago. It has never been shared before, as we have kept the standard PES gameplay in all previous series of the PES games. Primarily, the person responsible for all aspects is me, says Dido, with help and advice from close friends and other veteran guys, and they even tell about their age. We have they have play a variety of modes and configuration, including share master league with fixed cursors. I'd like to know what that's about. And playing and judging from AI on both sides. The gameplay is tested on most game modes and settings. Endless experiments have been tested, and the gameplay will evolve as we progress. And we thank you for doing this. I know that we'll keep tweaking it. And I'd like to say something, a couple of thoughts about this whole posting that you have put out. Dido, it is appreciated. It's making me not only make this video, but also promoting the game in a sense like, guys, this is not just a copy of PES 2021. There is a lot more work, a lot more detail behind, and this is some of it. So we like to see if you can spare the time whenever you have an update, provide more details on the changes that are occurring, because that really encourages people to keep trying the game. Now, I'm going to move down then to go to the download, guys. And we'll wrap it up. I will have another video where we try, superstar mode and see if we can notice any of these things implemented in the game. Okay. All right. So I'm going to click here and hit the download. Now, guys, we only downloading. We don't have to extract this. We're downloading a CPK file. Where do we put it? We're going to put it where you see a data folder. And inside you have all these CPK files. And one of them is the one you have DT18. I'm going to drop it right in here. Again, this data is where you have your application for the game. I'll go back and show it. So once you drop it in this area, I'm sorry, I jumped right away. You're going to replace a file in the destination and you're done. That's all you need to do. Just a CPK file that we drop in here. And you're done. Now let me go back. So see the data folder, there's a download, cider add-ons. You have your starting applications here. This is where you put it, where the game files are. So data, and they should have all the CPK files. And that's it, guys. I hope this helps you with installing this mode. This is probably the most special feature there is about Football Live is the gameplay. So let's give it a shot. We'll have a video about it. Thanks for watching.